Hey guys, this is Primeval. Welcome back to part 6 of my Assyria Deity Domination playthrough. After a brief hiatus last week, we're back to our regular schedule. Alright, so there was a lot of excitement last video about this workable Krakatoa. There's this one island here, or alternatively over here, but if we were to settle on this one snow tile here, we'd actually have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sea bonus resources. Or rather, 6 bonus resources and 1 luxury resource. So, with the lighthouse, that would be a lot of food, but not very much production. And so, as far as island cities go, it's pretty nice, but we don't have the happiness to support that. And I don't anticipate having the happiness to support that at any time. So while that is a pretty sweet spot, I don't think we're going to be settling it. There was also a suggestion in the comments about getting a great work of writing so that I can go and get the bonus experience off of these royal libraries that I have set up. So we'll definitely do that once we have our next great work or great writer, and that'll be in 12 turns. Alright, so what's been happening here? We do have, let's see, the Mongols running around, and I don't know if they're already at war with our city-states. Let's see if we can check that. Genghis Khan is not currently at war with our city-states, but he's likely going to go to war with them. Either that, or he's planning a sneak attack on Nineveh. In either case, not the best situation, but we do need someone to use our we don't have a military yet. My plan was to go and get all these experience generating buildings online. Speaking of which, we're 1 turn away from completing Brandenburg Gate, and hopefully know that everything's working fine. DPS bot is saying that the seaport would make it more viable. So yeah, we would get probably 14 hammers off of those tiles. We could put a mine on there, 16 hammers, some hammers from a factory. Even so, that isn't great economic output. It certainly wouldn't be a bad city, but not one that I'm eager to found. Okay, so that's all good. If we are about to go to war with Mongolia here, let's see if Kamehameha, who is quite friendly with us, will take a defense pact. Alright, so if the Mongols do decide to backstab us, then we'll draw the Polynesians into that war as well. And what were we doing tech-wise? Okay, we're running up to biology to see if we have oil. Oil will be pretty important to us since we've missed the window to make maximal use of frigates, but battleships will be quite useful, so we'll need oil for that. Otherwise, let's go see what our citizens are working before we get going here. We could use a university here. I do want to get the great scientist points flowing in so that we'll have some great scientists in the mid-late game. It means we also want a university here, and here we can actually go show queue, add to queue. Yes, we do have a bunch of public schools that we want to be getting online as well. Public schools. And let's go and employ these university slots. I'll switch this over. How long will it take me to build a university here? 5 turns. Alright, let's go do that. I know I do want an army, but I also want to stay up on science. We're working on the porcelain tower here. After that, we'll probably want a public school. Okay. So, on to the next turn.
La offerta non sarà valida per tanto tempo.
Our gems, we do have one spare set of gems here. I would rather have the lump sum gold, so we'll decline that deal.
Deveremos prosperar através do comércio?
Pedro, let's see, will you trade copper
Deveremos prosperar através do
or
comércio?
perhaps gold?
Deveremos
No? Alright,
prosperar
I'll take
através
a
do
lump
comércio?
sum for the gems then. And did we get Brandenburg Gate? Excellent. Alright, so I'm going to free a Great General out of the deal as well. And meanwhile, these Mongol units are running around. It's mostly Keshiks, which aren't too scary now that we have crossbows. The AI doesn't really know how to use those guys. Alright, since I am currently unhappy, let's go work on that circus. And as for fixing that happiness problem, we could go and throw a bunch of money at Zanzibar or Hong Kong. I think I was thinking about Hong Kong before. Yes, I already have porcelain from Antwerp. Hong Kong has jewelry, so that'll balance out nicely. We do have the gold to spare, so we can go and toss this problem for now. And with these workers, let's go toss a farm up over here. And head over to the other continent with this caravel. Okay. So the Mongols are at war with Antwerp, but Antwerp has plenty of units. They've got, let's see now, a Goliath and a Gatling gun, which should be enough to hold off against this motley crew. We have a few antiquity sites, which I'm not really too worried about. We can unlock a policy here. And since we are... It is about time we get that navy out, so I think I will go and grab a total war here. That'll give us a production bonus when building military units, as well as 15 experience. So together with the, let's see now, 3 experience generating buildings, so that would be the barracks, soon to be armory, and then military academy, plus Brandenburg Gate, plus Royal Library. That should be, I guess, 90 experience points, which will get us up to 3 promotions. Unless the Royal Library only gives us 10 experience. I'm not entirely sure how much experience we get out of that, but we'll find out soon enough. So, do I want to go grab the armory now, or do I want that university? Or perhaps a zoo? Let's go university here, and then we'll go work on the navy. Okay, and with this worker, we'll go hook up that aluminum, get some more high production tiles up by the capital. Get a farm rolling along. And if the Mongols are planning to attack us, maybe I don't need this military academy right away. Some walls might be nice. I also want a public school. Let's delay the military academy for now, even though that does mean delaying our whole navy plan. Yeah, Antwerp's not having any trouble fending off the Mongol army here. Okay, all this looks fine. We're about to get a couple more universities online. That'll be good. And I will go and employ those slots right away. Ah, yes, Antwerp is making short work of that Mongolian army. Alright, so we've finished the university. We could go work on a factory here. The other option would be to buy the factory. Let's go employ the university slots. That does put us into starvation. We go and reset the tiles there. Alright, that's fine. Our research agreement completed, so that rushed us to biology a little sooner. Unfortunately, we didn't complete the porcelain tower in time to get the bonus research out of that. That's fine. Let's go get that aluminum hooked up. And Kamehameha wants another research agreement. We do have a defensive pact. Yeah, I think we'll try to remain friends with Kamehameha for a good length of the game. We'll get our navy up and get aggressive with the French. We're still at war with them. And this is Deity there, Adidas Pelicans. Pelicus? Alright, people like to smile the most. That's not us, but surprisingly, there is an AI who's doing worse than us with 0. We're about to go unhappy. And I'll just bring up the menu to quickly remind you guys that we are, of course, playing on Deity. Our gems deal with Kamehameha has ended. Let's see. We could go and sell the gems for lump sum gold. And with the university done, we could go public school here, or we could pump out the experience generating buildings and the navy. I do want those great scientist points, so let's go work that. And let's try to get some more food rolling in here as well. Although working that farm would have done the trick. Alright, we're growing next turn. That's perfect. We've met a cultural city-state. They don't have any unique luxuries for us here, but getting more culture rolling in would help us. I do want to unlock some more policies, and on our current culture per turn, the next policy won't be for 41 turns. So if we could get ourselves a cultural city-state, that would be nice. Don't know if I want to give up the 1,000 gold. Sure, that's fine. Let's toss some money over there. Now it's 21 turns till our next policy. So we cut that in half, although 20 turns per policy isn't the best either. Kamehameha has completed the autocracy special building, and so we'll be missing out on that. And we have a textile, and we do have some oil within our borders. 3 oil here, and 7 oil, excellent. And another 7 oil right here, excellent. So we'll have, let's see, 14, 17 oil, and then Antwerp has 7 oil here. So we'll definitely be set as far as oil goes. Now we've just stolen a tech from Brazil, and with that, let's see, the most expensive tech here would be refrigeration. If I wanted to build submarines, that would be a good option. Since I have oil, going up to battleships is definitely a good plan. And we could get a bunch of aircraft online, but if I'm not planning to go to war with Polynesia, and at the moment the Mongol army doesn't look too frightening, especially since we've got a few citadels placed around here. I don't know if I need to rush to aircraft either. We can't steal dynamite. Getting dynamite over to railroads for railways might be nice. Alright, so if I want to get over to battleships, that'll be either replaceable parts or flight. If I go replaceable parts, that'll leave me open towards going electronics or deciding to go for science via plastics. Alright, let's grab replaceable parts for now, and depending on how the rest of the game shapes up, we'll decide whether we want to go science or to get the battleships online early. Okay, when is our next textile? We do have a new spy here from entering the next era. We're not last on tech. We're 1 tech above, or 1% above the average. Perhaps I'll go and send this guy for counter-espionage, and then maybe we'll be able to upgrade ourselves a little more rapidly there. We steal another tech from Rio in 9 turns, which does seem safe. We'll leave them there for another try. And in the meantime, we'll run up towards... We'll run up towards dynamite. I do want to get railroads, so maybe with my next tech steal, I can go and grab railroads there. And we've got workers here who can start getting this oil online. Yeah, I'll go and buy this oil. That'll be a nice high production tile once the oil well's online. And so I am watching the chat, so if you guys have any questions, I'd be happy to address them or try to answer them. The Mongolians are definitely massing a bunch of units along our borders here. Looks like they have given up their attack on Antwerp. Nimrud demands gold, and Assyria demands crab. Polynesia has replaced a city-state ally, but not of one of our allies, so that's fine. This caravan, let's see. Our most profitable land-based caravan would be Ulundi to Khartoum for 9 gold per turn, or Nineveh to Khartoum. I am worried about the Mongols attacking me here, so I think, yeah, let's go and send this guy over to the capital, and we'll have that go and trade with the Polynesians. I do have an extra trade route available, so let's go. How long will it take to build a cargo ship here? 2 turns. After Q, we'll toss a cargo ship in over here, get a little more gold per turn rolling. Alright, that farm is done. I suppose we could send this worker over to this oil, get that hooked up, although we won't use up the first 14 oil that quickly. So getting that 3 oil hooked up isn't urgent, especially since, let's see, 1, 2, 3, yeah, it's out of range of the workable tiles of the capital, so improving that would be purely to get the oil resource. Okay, highest gold, Nukahiva. We've met Wellington. No longer friends with Valletta. If we do want a free military unit, we can go and toss a little more influence at these guys. Our influence declines at 1.5 per turn. They're hostile. We'll just leave that to expire. The turn times are getting a little longer here. I don't know if my computer's slowing down a little, or if it's just this stage of the game. There we finished the porcelain tower. I've got a free great scientist. If I do want to get over to railways a little sooner, I could go and expand him now, but our science return is still fairly low, so I think I will save him until we get a stronger science per turn. Alright, so the Mongols are offering a declaration of friendship here, which I suppose is fine. We could be peaceful with everyone on our continent and just send the navy to France. Kamehameha is plotting against us. Well, that won't be good either. I guess the best case scenario here would be if Genghis Khan backstabbed us. That'll make the rest of the world mad at him, and would also force Polynesia into a war with the Mongols. And then that would distract Kamehameha from his plans to attack us, although this is getting kind of concerning. He does have a ring of units around our capital here. Maybe I should go and upgrade. Well, let's upgrade this guy to a Gatling gun just to be safe. That'll help us hold off a little longer. Hello there, Real Travesty. If you're just joining late, YouTube does have the PVR option, so that'll let you start watching from the beginning of the cast, but it does mean that your chat interactions with me will be far from live. Alright, so let's see. Our next most profitable route is Nobamba to a Brazilian city. That's cool. We already have our cargo ship here. At least I think that's our next most profitable. Yeah, Nobamba. But for some reason, I can't set up that route. Let's see. Nimrud, Nineveh. How strange. Alright, so maybe we won't go and trade with Brazil, and I'm still not really trusting the Mongols here, although they have withdrawn their troops from our border. Geneva does want a trade route. It'd be nice to shore up our influence there. Our most profitable trade route with Geneva would be from Nineveh, so let's go and send this cargo ship to Nineveh. And Real Travesty asks if, since we did get the Porcelain Tower online, if we're going to go and sign some more research agreements. We do have one new research agreement with Polynesia. And if, let's say, I wouldn't mind, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to remain friends with Brazil. since we do have differing ideologies. But I suppose Venice might be an option for a research agreement. I don't want to sign one with Babylon either, since they are also likely to declare war at me, since we are, again, with the differing ideologies there. We're facing some pretty heavy dissent here, since we have very little culture, and the order influence, tourism influence, is pushing down pretty hard on us. Hopefully the Mongols will decide to go autocracy, and there's a good chance that they will, since they have a declaration of friendship with both myself and the Polynesians, and we've both gone autocracy. But we'll see. If they go order, then that'll probably cripple us happiness-wise. Since that'll be 3, instead of just pressuring us to the other ideology. Okay, Venice is happy that we made friends with Polynesia. The Mongolians want a research agreement. The thing is, the Mongolians are also fairly prone to backstabbing, so I don't know if I want to go for this. I'd also have to throw in some extra gold and gold per turn for that, so I'm not really very interested. So as far as getting maximum mileage out of the porcelain tower goes, we only have the one research agreement. But at the moment, that's really all I'm willing to risk. I don't want to spend 350 gold and then have it go to waste when the AI backstabs me. Alright, so we can go and steal a tech here. Radio is slightly more expensive. Flight will let us get Air Force online, but I'm thinking of doing the Navy first. So let's go with the more expensive tech. And then we might be able to steal plastics. Let's see. 4 and 10 turns. Hopefully. Now, we've stolen. I think we stole a few techs from both Babylon and Brazil last episode, and we've stolen one from each of them this episode. So each time you steal a tech, it's more likely that the AI will reposition a spy. So the real travesty was asking what my report was about, so I did miss last week in preparing that report. I'm doing a PhD in molecular biology, so that was just a committee report that I was preparing. It's on cell signaling, so it's basically protein-protein interactions that constitute the decision-making circuitry of a cell, and when that circuitry gets messed up, you get things. I guess the most common example would be developing things like cancer, but this circuitry is also messed up in different developmental diseases. And so what I'm working on is trying to define one of these protein circuits. Okay, so what I'm trying to think of now is whether or not I should move one of my spies. So I just finished stealing a tech from Babylon. What other large cities do either the Brazilians or the Babylonians have? You could also try to steal from Polynesia, but there wasn't very much potential in the capital. They probably have a lot of anti-spying buildings up, so that would be the police station and the constabulary. They probably also had a spy and counter-espionage there. We could go and have a look at France, but I don't think their tech was doing so well. The rest of the world isn't too happy with them, and they are low on happiness, so I don't anticipate them being a tech powerhouse. We could go and drop a second spy into a Brazilian city here. Yeah, we could give that a try. I mean, we have been pretty lucky with Babylon so far. I could chance that for another tech steal. Alright, we'll leave him there for now, but it is getting riskier and riskier the longer we leave that there. But all of our textiles have been impressing the city-states, so that's nice. Alright, so we just finished the public school there. Let's go and employ a citizen there. And now we'll finally get around to getting all of our experience buildings up, although we are about to run out of happiness. I've been delaying this navy for a long time now, and given this is the Deity Domination series, some of you might be frustrated by the lack of war and army building, but I think we do desperately need the happiness here. Alright, another cargo ship online. Let's go and send this guy to Brazil. And here, we're sending this guy to Geneva, I believe, to complete a quest there. Yes, excellent. Okay, so Polynesia has pulled back some of his army from my borders, which is good. Hopefully that means that they're no longer planning a sneak attack on us. But the Mongolians have appeared with their units back at our borders again. Maybe I'll go and upgrade this guy to a Gatling gun. Spices for salt. Yes, I definitely want to renew those. Don't want to go unhappy if I can help it. Okay, so the Babylonians did catch our textile there. Well, let's promise not to spy on them, and since they did catch us, whoa, that Mongolian army is really advancing on our cities now. Maybe we will move that spy. One of our trade routes was plundered. We're only at war with France at the moment, so that would be them. Yep, Napoleon. Okay, textile in 3 turns from Rio de Janeiro. Okay, let's go and move our Babylonian spy to... go and have a look at one of these Polynesian cities. Or perhaps the next largest Brazilian city, which would be right here. Let's see how long our textiles are there. Okay, let's go. Create ourselves that great work, and we will be pumping most of our units out of Nineveh. That is the city with the highest production for us. Yes, 49 hammers per turn. We're not producing units right now, but just in case I forget, let's go and move that to the Royal Library in Nineveh. Our salt deal with Nebuchadnezzar has ended. Silver? No. What about gold? Well, it's not a bad deal. I don't desperately need all that. Well, actually, I do need that iron for frigates. Right, let's see if old Nebi will take that deal. Without the iron. Alright, so we need 2 happiness from somewhere. Tossing some money at Zanzibar would do the trick, and finishing this at Zoo would also do that. So let's toss a bit of money. We'll just go up to friend status for a few turns. I do want to stay happy here since we are getting 33 science per turn off of the rationalism opener. Real travesty is saying that the Mongolians are mad that we wouldn't sign a research agreement with them, and that's why they're sending their troops to go and intimidate us, or possibly get ready to attack us. I might want to go and get some walls up in Lundi. How long will that take? 5 turns, and that will delay our public schools by 5 turns. Well, fine, let's do that. Fortify that guy there, and don't think these siege towers are terribly useful anymore. I'll go and delete that guy. And let's go reposition these crossbowmen over towards this Mongolian army. And the Polynesian units are back on our borders. They are just moving back and forth, which isn't necessarily threatening. Okay, Nebi wants her salt. I would like his silver. I don't want to get rid of this iron. Perhaps the coal. I definitely don't need all of that. Maybe 3 coal? Well, let's not worry about that for now. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Ah, man. Another one of our trade routes was plundered. No deal damage there. We got oil from Antwerp. And we can go and upgrade some more of these units, which I think I will do. The Mongolians do seem pretty serious here. Serious about making trouble for us. Oops, I didn't mean to move the worker. I meant to move the crossbowman. Fortify. Okay, we still do have a defensive pact with Polynesia, is that right? Yes, it's already in place, so I actually will be happy if the Mongols do declare war on us here. Yes, let's work together. So the Mongols are pleased that we are friends with Venice. And Nebuchadnezzar is willing to trade silver for salt. That's excellent, since we are about to run out of happiness here. Pedro has gone and built the Manhattan Project. Let's see if Napoleon will give us some luxuries for peace. No. And France has adopted order. That's too bad. So Brazil is quite a bit ahead of us on tech. They're 5% ahead. And yes, DPS bot, having that navy out would help protect our naval trade routes. We'll get the navy, don't worry. Before the end of this episode, I'll have at least 3 ships, let's say. Yeah, that'll be the promise. Alright, so factory done. Do I want to work on those ships right now to keep that promise, or do I want a public school? It's a public school that I want. Alright, so that's the oil done. This guy can get back there, finish that oil. And these workers, let's pull over to the capital. I have a textile coming in 1 turn, that'll be when I finish dynamite. Could potentially steal railroads, but with the last textile, it looked like Brazil hadn't gone up the dynamite railroad line. So we could either steal plastics or flight, or perhaps we're counting our techs before they're stolen, and we'll actually have that guy die, which is obviously not what I want, but is definitely a possibility. So let's find out. Do we steal a tech? And it looks like this Mongolian army is marching on Nineveh. Perhaps Nineveh needs a wall as well. And we probably have to reposition our crossbows again. Upgrade some of them to Gatling guns. Alright, we did get a textile, that's awesome. And we can in fact steal plastics, which is does save us 400 or 4,700 science there. Excellent. That's plastics online, which means we have to go and work ourselves towards either railways or electronics. Let's go. Well, how long is the textile here? 12 turns. That seems reasonable. We'll keep on pushing our luck with Brazil here. Let's go for plastics, dynamite. There's the zoo down. We could get to research that up in 10 turns. A wall in 1 turn, which does seem rather prudent here, given where it looks like Genghis Khan is sending his army. Finish that oil well. Here's Kabul, and it's fine. Alright, so we're not going to get a railway online anytime soon. It would have been nice if we could have stolen railroads, but plastics is better. Or at least it's more expensive. Polynesians are still happy with us. Not to worry, DPS bot. I'm happy for the interaction. Speaking of which, how many people do we have watching the stream at the moment? It looks like 45 playbacks. Alright, cool. Our open borders with Kamehameha ended, and this army here is starting to make me feel a little uncomfortable. Alright, so I don't have time to waste on research labs. I could spend 3 turns on a castle, or we could just straight out start pumping units now. Let's go get that navy online. The navy will help us defend Nineveh. And with this crossbow, do I want to upgrade him as well? I will leave him as is, but I will go and reposition this Gatling gun over towards this Mongolian horde. And let's pick a good spot to toss up a farm for the capital. I suppose over here would be fine. Horses. Zanzibar.
Hey mai, e paira pu ka po el kau.
Kamehameha wants to swap open borders here. I'd be fine if he paid me for open borders.
E paira pu ka po el kau.
And this way, if Mongolia does declare war on us, he'll have access to that army. Alright, so it looks like Genghis Khan definitely wants to attack Nineveh here. And he's got cannons set up. Now, hopefully when he declares war, he'll be kicked out of my borders, because if he goes to war with Nineveh completely surrounded like that, we'll be in quite a bit of trouble. Okay, we killed a Mongolian spy. Excellent. That's some experience for that previously novice agent. Babylon and Mongolia have made a declaration of friendship. Mongolia's adopted order. Alright, so it looks like the rest of the world, apart from ourselves and Polynesia, are following order here, except for Venice. They have yet to adopt an ideology. So that Mongolia went order is putting more ideological pressure on us. we're facing minus 27 or 27 unhappiness from that. And it also greatly increases the likelihood of him wanting to declare war on us. We do have a declaration of friendship with them, so denouncing them would give us a backstab penalty, which would not work out very well as far as diplomatic modifiers go with the other AIs. I do want to get research labs online, but there is this army there, so maybe some artillery, some infantry would also be prudent. Alright, let's grab one artillery piece here. We do have the Gatling guns to protect them, and let's go work on a frigate. I don't think I have time to get a military academy online at the moment. Fortify here. I really do want to cancel the open borders here because I'm not sure if Genghis's army will be kicked out here. But if we forgive them for spying, maybe they won't declare war on us. Alright, I forgive you. Okay, so maybe they're just heading over to Antwerp. Not quite as worrying. I hope they're just heading over to Antwerp here. We'll go and drop this Gatling gun right beside Nineveh. And let's go put a pasture on those cattle. Friends with Zanzibar. I do want to become happy again, if possible. Let's see, are there any spare luxuries from any of the AIs that I could buy or trade for? Gold or copper?
Olá.
Let's see, what do you want for that copper? 20 gold,
Deveremos
1 gold per
prosperar através do
turn.
comércio?
Oil, coal, aluminum. How much coal and aluminum and iron do I have? I can't give up the iron, I need that for frigates. How much will Nebuchadnezzar need to part with the gold? Alright, let's cancel that. We could give him some gold per turn. He really seems to want my iron here. Well, let's just go and toss some more money at Zanzibar then. And what I really need, since it looks like Genghis is heading towards Antwerp, is Circus Maximus. Well, that would take 8 turns. Let's get some more production rolling here. Go production focus, employ the factory slots. I do want to keep on growing despite the fact that we're unhappy. It's still too long there. Let's go reset everything. Production focus, Circus Maximus in 6. Alright, that'll have to do. Go work this workshop as well. Okay, Venice is happy about our denunciation of France. Oh, and once we get a couple ships out there, we can start pillaging French trade routes, which would get us a nice gold infusion. Hong Kong looks elsewhere. And so yeah, we are a little behind. Our war with Shaka did set us back, but we're still fine. Maybe we'll have a late game finish. It'll take more turns than we might have otherwise, but this game certainly still is very much under control. and we still will. I hope, I assume, I have confidence that we will win our military victory eventually. And if we, yeah, okay, so we'll pump out the one frigate now, and then I'll go get the military academy online, and then we'll pump out the rest of our frigates / battleships. Salt. Ah, well, we still are friends, so that lets me take lump sum gold here. And if you do decide to backstab me, and then I'll have gotten a good deal out of that sale. Indonesia and Mongolia have signed a research agreement, as have Mongolia and Venice, as have Mongolia and Babylon. Mongolia and France have also signed research. Wow. So Mongolia just sunk a lot of money into research agreements. I'm almost about to finish this military academy. Let's go and grab ourselves a frigate here as well. We'll go start building that, and one turn before we're done the frigate, we'll switch it back over to the military academy. Hopefully I do remember to do that. Hong Kong's hooked up its oil, so we've got a total of 25 oil now, so we've got more oil than we'll ever need. Good deal. Genghis gold is ended, it's fine. Let's go grab land targeting. Go grab range there. So with the barracks, the armory, the Royal Library, and Brandenburg Gate, we're up to 70 experience. Let's see, so 15, 30, 60. So the Royal Library only gives us 10 experience then, rather than the 15 that all the other experience granting buildings give. But it's still a nice bonus. Alright, with this caravan, more gold per turn by trading with Honolulu. We also get 2 science per turn out of that, but that's irrelevant at this stage in the game. Alright, so there's the frigate done. Let's go grab ourselves a military academy. The DPS bot says that it's going to be difficult knocking down Brazil, and that's definitely going to be true. Fighting Brazil is going to be hard, especially since their capital city is not coastal. It's near the coast though, so dropping a nuke and then landing an army thereafter will make things reasonable. But the order in which we'll be attacking these other AIs is still very much undecided. Okay, so we've got a vote here at the World Congress. I don't really care for either of these, but they're likely going to pass anyways. If we do want to stay in Polynesia's good books, we'll just go and vote with them. I really don't care either way, and all of my construction projects are pretty important. Getting the free social policy by getting silver on the World's Fair, though, would be fairly helpful for us. Alright, let's go commit the delegates there. If that does pass, we will switch production of, yeah, all of these cities over to the World's Fair and try to get the silver medal free policy there. Okay, happy with the shared announcement there. This frigate, Mongols are starting to pull back with their army. And they're still sending reinforcements, so I'm not really sure what they're up to here. But we are extremely unhappy here. That's cutting into our production. And we'll also start spying rebels. What exactly happened? Napoleon made peace with Ragusa. There was a denouncement. Nagar, an ally with Milan, but we weren't getting any happiness off of that. Our influence fell on Valletta, that's fine. Hong Kong, we lost ally status here by 34. We can go and toss 500 gold on that. World's Fair is passed, as is historical landmarks. Namrud is starving. And let's choose production here. I do want that World's Fair, although getting a navy online to deal with the French does seem rather important as well. Change production to World's Fair. Okay, hopefully we don't run into too large a contingent of French ships here with our frigate. Okay, that's fine. Polynesians is pleased that we voted with them. And let's see, how many hammers are we contributing to this World's Fair? It's 20% complete already. And we're only one turn in. We've contributed 124. That'll be enough to get us up to exhibitor status. We have 4 more turns to spend on the World's Fair, given that it's 23% complete now. So we should be able to get up to groundbreaking invention for the free social policy. That does mean I can't afford to switch Nimrud off of construction there. Let's go put a mine on this hill and get some more high production tiles in the capital. Only wants copper. All our cities are on production focus here. It's fine, Nimrud is still starving, but we've got a lot of food saved up here. We've got 125 food saved up, so we can definitely afford to be blockaded for quite a while. Okay, next turn. Yes, let's go and renew that declaration of friendship with Kamehameha. And we'll also go and renew our defensive pact. I'm not sure if that'll have expired yet. Looks like Genghis Khan has changed his mind. If not about attacking us, then about which city he wants to attack. Tiro asks when I plan to build Oxford. I could go and use Oxford to grab electronics, and that'll get me up to building battleships. I could also use Oxford to grab atomic theory to find out what the uranium situation is. Since I am busy, all of my production is currently occupied, I don't really feel like building Oxford right away, so it'll likely be used on atomic theory, or even later. Alright, so we are almost to groundbreaking, and the project is 54% complete, so next turn we'll switch our cities off from producing the World's Fair project. This guy is contributing 40. Alright, so I think I can afford to take Nimrud off of the World's Fair here. And so instead we can go and work on a privateer. Yeah, the privateers will definitely be helpful. If we had a privateer, we could go and steal one right now. But it looks like that's not going to be the case. And that French cargo ship hasn't made an appearance yet. We've got another mercantile city-state. If we toss some money at this guy, I don't have the money to get up to friend status yet, but if we do manage to hunt down and pillage a cargo ship, we'll get a nice gold infusion there, and we can get some happiness off of that. Do have flight, maybe getting a couple of Great War bombers online would be nice as well. It would definitely help us defend against this French Navy and the Mongolian army should the Mongols decide to attack us. Alright, so we'll keep a careful eye on the World's Fair situation here. Once we hit 350, and we'll switch off, because we're definitely not in the gold prize. France wants all our cities for peace. We're not feeling that threatened, that's fine. And we are almost at groundbreaking status. It's 81% complete. How much production are we contributing per turn? Economic overview, we are contributing, let's see now, 30, 73 per turn. We only need another 40. Economic overview again, please. The capital should be able to grab that for us without any trouble. We'll switch these guys. Wait, what are we shooting here? Ah, there's a French scout. Alright. We'll switch these guys back over to the public schools that they were working on. Alright, that's cool. And we'll go pull back slightly. No damage there. Everyone's still starving. Let's go and build ourselves a trading post. Alright, cool. Genghis wants to pay us for open borders. Yeah, I suppose I'm fine with that, but I don't really like how his army keeps swarming around. It does let me sort of gauge his intentions though. 2 gold per turn. Well, let's refuse that for now. Ooh, but why is he still in my territory? I did refuse open borders, didn't I? Shouldn't these units be kicked out of my territory? Did I hit accept? Oh no, there we go. There's the boot. Excellent. Salt to Venice is ended. Where is Venice's capital anyhow? We lost the original capital and we don't have an embassy. We do have an embassy.
Andevanti.
Alright, next turn when they have the full 240 gold, we'll go and sell them the salt. And let's go and look for that French cargo ship. And here we want to go and switch the military academy back on there. We have gotten ourselves up to groundbreaking invention status. So we'll go and switch back over to Service Maximus. Welcome, Shadowy. I think you were saying last time that your internet couldn't handle the streaming, and apparently now it's all good, so glad to have you. Got the cargo ship. Our highest gold would be with Nukahiva there. 23 gold per turn is nothing to scoff at. And here is Venice's new capital, Belgrade. We've met another mercantile city-state, so if we do want to get some happiness off that, and we actually get the gold bonus there, and it's only lasting another 3 turns, so we may as well toss some money at these guys. 50 influence, that'll keep us at friend status for a good, let's see now, 1.5, a few turns at least. Alright, salt. Let's see, do you have 240 gold? No, not this turn, perhaps the next turn. Ooh. Alright, so Genghis Khan did backstab us, and that did draw Polynesia into the war. That's excellent. The Brazilians are not pleased with us. They've denounced us. And what else do we have here? Alright, so we did get up to groundbreaking. Excellent, there's the free policy. Kamehameha wasted a whole bunch of hammers on that, and Brazil beat him to the cultural increase gold prize there. Alright, a free policy is certainly welcome. Let's see. And I definitely need happiness here, so universal healthcare is probably what's going to do it for us, unless there's something here that'll get us more happiness. And there is not. So we'll go grab universal healthcare and combine that with Circus Maximus. We should be happy again, at least briefly. Genghis Khan has ended. Sea States clear war on Genghis. Got Khans and Keshiks. This guy should probably take an instant heal. Well, we can hold out another turn. Yeah, we'll have to take an instant heal here. Fortify. Got another policy we can grab. Let's see. +2 happiness from our experience generating buildings. We have a few of those online. We also have, let's see now, 3 courthouses, so that'll also get us a bunch of happiness. Let's go grab militarism here. Alright, that got us a huge 10 happiness. Saltfield, Pedro has ended. Take out those trebuchets. Alright, and we were planning to assault to Venice here
Saluti.
for a
Andiamo.
lump sum of gold.
Va bene.
So DPS Pod is saying the fact that we didn't renew the open borders is what got Genghis so mad that he declared war on us. Maybe, probably not, but it definitely makes for an entertaining storyline. Okay, we can deal some damage there. Still want to find this French cargo ship, but I really shouldn't be wandering off too far on my own. I don't want to be ambushed by our French Navy. Oh no, hopefully this great merchant doesn't steal Melbourne after I sunk 500 gold into that. Fucked up this oil. Okay, cheese production. Military economy done. Let's go. Frigates would be useful, but so would an air force, given that we are at war with the Mongolians. Alright, let's go grab quick Great War bomber. And we're good here. Perhaps Nimrud. Well, I can go and micro my work of art to give a little more experience to this frigate here. Let's go and move our one great work of writing to the Royal Library in Obama. And Nimrud, let's go grab a barracks here before we pump out the privateer. Alright, and we're gonna go and reposition these guys. Okay, all this seems fine. Next turn. Finish that.
Hey, mate.
Shadowy Shadow is saying that our prospects for a domination victory are looking a little rougher. And Sylvester is also saying it looks like we're in a little bit of trouble. It'll just keep things interesting. I still think we're doing okay, but it's definitely raising the tension here. Alright, Nevi wants to renew this Lux swap. That's fine. We do have walls in all of these cities, a bunch of citadels doing damage, so even though there is this huge carpet of Mongolian units, we should be able to hold out for quite some time with our small contingent of Gatling guns and crossbowmen. Yeah, and we got another textile off. We've definitely got a good number of free techs off of Brazil there. The World Congress has become the United Nations. We can steal either electronics or refrigeration. Electronics is worth more hammers here, or beakers rather. So that means we don't need the iron anymore, and we're going to be producing battleships instead of frigates. Let's go and pillage that with some free gold. And we'll start pulling back towards our borders to upgrade. Alright, let's go and take out these cannons, or at least weaken them as best we can. Go grab accuracy 3. Do some damage there. Let's go and upgrade that guy. And we can work on a trading post. Tiro wants to see how far along Brazil is towards the cultural victory. So at the moment they are influential with 2 civs, including ourselves. And if we go look at the influence by player, Brazil's about, let's see now, 40% there with Babylon. Do we have a turn time prediction? Let's see. Don't think there is one here, but I'm not too worried about them winning a cultural victory in the next little while. Eventually, it'll be a problem, but for now, I don't think we have too much to worry about. Connection between Nineveh and Assyria has been broken. Looks like some of our roads have been pillaged. That's frustrating. Go and take down that artillery. We've got this frigate online. Let's go grab land targeting bombardment. I'm not going to take range since we can go and pay to upgrade this guy to a battleship, which I will do. Pedro is playing against Nebuchadnezzar. We've got electronics. Our next textile is in 11 turns. Hopefully that'll be successful. We've got another textile on this other Brazilian city in 11. Shadow is saying that another victory type would be easier. Going science would be more convenient on this naval map, that's for sure. And I'm going to keep on trying for the domination victory here, even if another victory would be easier. But if it looks like we're about to lose, then I suppose we can change our tune and go for another victory type. But we still have plenty of time before we need to decide that that's necessary. Alright, here let's go and grab ourselves an artillery. And over in Lobamba, let's go and grab a Great War Bomber. Okay, choosing host. Yeah, we can go and vote for, well, if we vote for ourselves, we'll get second place in the all two proposed resolutions, so we'll go and do that. Ties are broken by player order, and since we're player number 1 or team 1, we'll win the tie with Brazil there. Okay, so these Brazilian units are pillaging some of our tiles. We did lose a Gatling gun, but they haven't dealt any damage to our cities yet, and our citadels are dealing a bunch of free damage to them, so overall, not bad. We've got ourselves a great artist. Yes, we will be going for domination, even if it will be a slow and hard slog. There's Zanzibar, and CC Bester does make a good point that having oil is going to be very critical for us. All of the best late game military units do require oil. Alright, we don't have any place to place a great work of art. We could go and spend this guy on a golden age, or if we really wanted to host that somewhere, we would have to go all the way over to museums, and that's not really worth the hammers there for a small increase in culture per turn. I guess I can just go and use him on a golden age right now. Fine, we'll do it. Dynastic Pedro have ended. Here, go deal damage to that artillery, finish off this artillery, and finish off this Great War infantry before we can pillage some of our tiles. Okay, we've got a battleship. He should be able to deal a whole bunch of damage for us here. We'll just finish off this cannon though. It's not the most efficient use of battleship's damage dealing potential, but that cannon could deal a bit of damage to our cities. Alright, so here, I could go and send food or production to some of my cities here, and I think I will do that. Let's go and send some food to Obamba. Since I don't know if the Brazilians are going to go and declare war on us soon. They did denounce us recently. Alright, there's Circus Maximus done. Let's go and grab some artillery. And I would like to pillage some more French cargo ships so that I have enough gold to upgrade this frigate to a battleship. This worker would like to repair our trade route, but at the moment he needs to go and hide from this Mongolian army. Let's go toss a mine on that hill. We'll go have that great general fortify there. Jordan Spees asks how I'm host for the World Congress. I'm not host, but I will be able to, if I have the second most number of votes for world or for host, I will be able to propose the second resolution. So the host, wait, how am I host? That's a good question. How did I become host? Was I host the whole time and just didn't notice? So that's a good question. How am I host? Maybe someone else voted for me? I don't know how that would have happened. I'll have to review the video because I haven't been paying too much attention to that. But perhaps one of the other viewers can answer that question. But yes, for whatever reason, I am the host of the World Congress, despite the fact that I don't have the most votes. Okay, well, how much damage can our battleship deal here? 87, it's enough to kill that cavalry unit. Let's just kill that rifleman. And we will keep hunting for French cargo ships that we can plunder. I'll grab boarding party. Push out this way, and we'll go and reposition our Great War running to Nineveh since we're about to finish a Great War bomber there. Okay, there's a privateer, done. Let's go grab a... One infantry might be useful. Artillery wouldn't be bad. Let's grab a quick triplane. We are ahead of the Mongolians on tech, I'm fairly sure. Or at least on parity. They don't appear to have any air force, so we don't need fighters / triplanes. Alright, let's switch this over to more privateers. If we can afford to upgrade these guys to battleships, we should be able to go and knock down some of the enemy navy and hopefully commandeer a navy with our privateers. And yes, C. Sylvester, it's a good thing the Mongolians have no idea how to wage a war. That's fairly typical of the AI, unfortunately. Let's go grab barrage, stand over here. Deal damage to that artillery. And I probably don't want to lose this Gatling gun needlessly. We'll go hide him in the city. And should probably go and upgrade this guy. I don't have quite enough gold for that. Okay, that's fine. Everyone's producing military units except for Lundi. We do have the 25% production bonus from that thanks to Total War, so we're making good use of our hammers. Amgandelovo lost a lot of hit points there. These artillery were allowed to set up without us taking them down. So we might actually lose Amgandelovo here, which would not be good. We'd also lose this crossbow. Do we deal enough damage to kill that artillery? Yes. 3 damage. What's the range on this battleship? Kill that. Well, that's a little unfortunate that Mongolians were able to get us around on this city. If I... Buying an arsenal, A, I can't afford it, and B, probably wouldn't get us where we wanted to be. It's possible we might be able to hold out for one more turn, but things don't look great for Amgandelovo. Okay, all of this looks fine. Please survive one more turn. Renew the defensive pact. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh, we did survive one turn there. But do we have enough units in position to take out all these Malay units? Doesn't look like it. So we've got one city attack. Got this guy ready to deal some damage. Got the crossbow. Deal damage there. It's enough to kill that guy. And stroll forward here. Do some damage there. Can't get close enough to deal any damage there. Okay, so we 33, kill that unit, pull back here, kill this unit. Unfortunately, we will lose the city here, so let's go and sell the most expensive building, as much as it pains me. And we'll also lose the citadel, which is even worse. If I had just one more unit, or maybe the Great War Bomber in range, I might have been able to take out this Great War Infantry. But unfortunately, it was not to be. Let's go and reposition. Let's see. Would my siege tower be safe here? Probably not, with all those Keshiks running around. But I will want to recapture Umgandalovo at some point. Boarding party. Alright, French cargo ships, where are you? Okay, so this will be the last turn. I did get a navy out, and we've had bigger problems dealing with the Mongols, but this does seem like a good place to leave it off. And we'll have to spend the next turn recapturing our city here. Alright, so there's artillery done. Let's go grab a quick cavalry unit. And here we'll go grab accuracy and run us over towards the front. Okay, just production, let's go grab. The battleship does have a lot more range strength than the Great War Bomber, but, well, let's see. Several of the Mongol cities could take damage from battleships. Alright, let's churn out one battleship here. No, the Great War Bombers will be more useful. We'll go one more Great War Bomber, and then we'll pump battleships. Alright, there's the public school done. Let's go and grab ourselves quick Lancer here. No, we'll switch that over to a cavalry unit, and eventually we might upgrade those guys to tanks. And here we'll grab one more privateer. I still have hopes of claiming an army. Alright, so this is where we'll leave things off. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Hope to see you next week at the same time. And also tune in Thursday for the multi-session game. Okay, that's it. Primeval signing off.